Hi, friends. This is Pastor Chris at the Presbyterian Church of Marion. And today is Good Friday, and we continue looking at the 7 last words of Jesus on the cross. Today, it is finished. John 19:30. Jesus is on the cross, suffering, dying. And John writes this verse saying, when he had received the drink, Jesus said, "It is finished." With that, he bowed his head and gave up his spirit. The phrase, "it is finished," is just one word in the original language. And that word means to bring an activity to a successful finish, to complete, to finish, to end, to accomplish. What Jesus came to do was completed. It was accomplished. It is finished. What astounds me is how many people, even well-meaning Christians, deny this phrase. They deny it either explicitly or implicitly. There are branches of the church and other organizations that think they are Christians that deny Jesus' phrase explicitly. Over the years, I've been told by some that trusting Jesus' work comes only after all you can do. After all you can do, trust Jesus? Other people mix our works in with Jesus' work to achieve salvation. It's like a 50-50 mix. In cases like these, Jesus' words are explicitly denied. But let's face it, many of us, me included, implicitly deny his words on the cross, at least at times. We want to please our God, and that's a good thing. So we make up lists in our heads of things that we'll do to please him. And it's not that any of these things are bad. In fact, most probably are great. But in our minds, we tend to think, good, this will get me in with God. When I first meet couples wanting me to officiate their weddings, I always ask for a written answer to this question. If you were to die today, would you find yourself in heaven? And frequently I get an answer back that reads something like this. Yes, I've basically been a good person. I'm glad you've been a good person. Seriously, I'm glad. But that won't get you into heaven. I could go on for an hour about how really good we might think we are or have been, but I could save that lecture for another time. Long ago, I learned the phrase, Jesus plus nothing equals everything. And if you want to make it into paradise, as Amanda talked about on Monday, you have to trust Jesus and what he did on the cross. When Jesus said, "It is finished," he meant it. It is finished. For you, for me, for anyone who understands what Jesus came to do and what he did do. He did it. We can't. Don't try. Don't get me wrong. Rejoice in what he finished and do good works as a response. For many of us in these odd days, we are stuck at home, but still, check in on your friends. Check in on your family. Check in on your church family. Be a good neighbor. Pray for all this to end. And if there's any way that you can help someone, do so safely. But do so remembering it is finished. And Jesus meant just what he said.